Well, good morning, good evening, or good night, depending on where you all are in the world today. We are very blessed to have with us in studio Nur Ray, who is in the United Kingdom, as it happens. So only an hour difference between us, which is quite nice. Nur, thank you so much for taking time out of your day, and welcome to the Wellness Lifestyle Conference interview. How are you doing?
I am very well, thank you, Stephen. I hope you are well too.
I am indeed. Thank you so much for asking. So, no, without further ado, I'd love to dive right in and find out a bit more about you because it's so interesting to me when I find people who have decided to go into the healing world, right, and helping people around them and really interested in creating an impact. I find it really interesting to see what got you out of sort of the societal model of just the normal sort of, get your corporate job and do that to instead doing this kind of work. So maybe you'd like to share a bit with us about your story.
Sure. First of all, I would like to thank the opportunity, and it's great to be here. Thank you.
Absolute pleasure.
Um, my journey actually starts at the age of 7, 8. I've got a long journey, actually. At that age, I always said, I'm going to be a teacher, and I'm going to help children in Africa. And I have achieved that. I became a teacher, and I'm currently helping children in Africa through a charity. So this was actually great, isn't it?
Amazing.
And
Yes.
my mom always said to me, you always said this to me, and now you are. Bless her soul, she passed away some time ago.
Oh, I'm so sorry to hear.
Thank you. And then I moved country, and through the life, actually, I met so many beautiful people.
Mm.
And some people actually found some connected with me, and they saw something within me. So they actually diverted me to a spiritual church. And when I went there, I was very welcomed, and I was actually initially, immediately invited into closed circle. Closed circle means actually a group of people are trained for mediumship. So I was
Ah.
in this group for 3 years, and I learned a lot from my guru, and he passed away as well. And bless his soul. Mm-mm. And then this is another journey, and I work on the rostrum, which was great, because I always actually believe in spirituality and life after death and spirit and
Mhm.
all kind of things. But I didn't know anything about it, and I didn't know how to obtain information. And all of a sudden, I found myself in the middle of it. So that was great
Amazing.
adventure for me, actually, a very great journey. And then I found myself enrolling to spiritual healer course, which was offered by the same church. And this was quite exciting, because I didn't know anything about healing until then. And I studied, and I became qualified. And then I started practicing on people at the church outside. And in the meantime, I had my job. I always had a full-time job. And then I was doing this alongside. And it was so amazing, actually, meeting with so many people and hearing their stories. And then all of a sudden I said, you got so many things to be grateful, and those people are suffering from so many things. And it was so satisfactory and so lovely,
Mm.
actually, to be able to help them, because they talk about their pains and aches and life stories, and then you pick up something while you are giving healing, and then you actually focus on these areas, and then they come out of the finish healing, and they say, oh, I'm feeling so well, so good, and you feel, oh my God, that's wonderful, actually, working with the energy. So it gave me great satisfaction alongside my teaching, and I love teaching anyway. I consider myself as a healer and teacher. And
Amazing.
yes, and then I wanted to do Reiki, become a qualified Reiki practitioner. This was great because we work with the energy anyway, but obviously
Mhm.
some you learn more about when you actually. Well, I did learn more about body and how body works, and the chakras, and the
Mm.
chakras are linked to internal organs, and then how energy flows and meridians, all that kind of stuff. And it's also I learned about this emotional scale. Joshua David Stone's emotional scale is so it was. I learned more, and when I learn more, because I'm a learner and doer, and it fascinates me when I learn something new, and especially when
Of
I'm giving
course.
the chance to practice those, to apply this to my life and also to the others, and it is so fascinating. So we started practicing on each other every 2 weeks, and that was good. So it helps us actually, every single of us in the group, to get to know each other. And then obviously we are not perfect, we all suffer from, we've all got emotional baggage, and then we have been helping each other. So that was quite good, actually. It made the relationship stronger.
Of course, yes.
um, yes, and then I became well. Later on, I became Reiki master. So it's just it's a title, actually, and also it's a responsibility. But I'm not teaching Reiki at the moment. Then after this, I actually, obviously I've been still working full time, and I'm doing this. I have been doing this, and I met
Wow.
this my emotional freedom technique teacher, and it kind of attracted me. I actually joined their one of the free events, and then he was talking about this mind and how mind works and everything. Because at Reiki, you, you learn about the emotions, how emotions can affect your body. But actually, learning how mind works, it was something else for me.
Mm.
So, and then I learned about how and then I enrolled the course. And during that time, I was separated. And one day, it happened 2 years after my separation. One day, one morning, I woke up. You know, when you wake up with a pain in your neck and you can't move your
Yes.
head and everything. And this went on and on and on, and 2 years. And I did try so many, different therapies, but each time it came back. And then when I mentioned about this to my teacher, and he said, "You will be fine, and I will treat you, and you will never have it again." And then, yes, this 3 days course, and what he did, actually, he asked me certain questions, and even I don't remember what the questions were and how I answered. But this, after the treatment, the pain was gone, and it never came back to me, and as
Amazing.
he promised. So then I understand, actually, understanding yourself, why what you do and why you do it is very important in people's lives. People just usually, no disrespect to anyone, but we all gone through this, react, all of us, very quickly without thinking anything. And the consequences, it's not always
Yes.
physical or arguments, but also the consequences that you may feel in your body is
Mm.
very, very important. And I didn't realize until then, actually, how it affects your thoughts and your feelings, how it affects your body. And working with mind, actually, in many ways, that it's great. So making conscious decisions, number one, being aware of what should be said, what should be done, how we should be behaving, and observing our feelings, observing our thoughts are very important. And making conscious choices are also very important. So that brought me to a stage that the importance of forgiveness. We all got things in our lives, actually, we dwell on things, and then it actually prevents us to move forward in life. And this needs to be overcome for every single individual. And I know it is not easy. It has never been easy for me. But I came to a stage now in this moment that I have forgiven myself, and I have forgiven so many people who didn't do good to me. But forgiving yourself is a great feeling, and actually forgiveness is the sweetest revenge. So it's the relief from pain is so fabulous, actually. But this is not easy to do it. People can only achieve by themselves, but sometimes they need a little bit gentle push to be able to come to that stage. I read a lot, and I've got good people around me who support me. But at the end of the day, it will be me, because it's the person, isn't it, who is resilient, who is not forgiving, who is the self-sabotaging, who is lack of tolerance, who is lack of patience. It's the person herself or himself. But if you hear and good the same words, people supporting you and telling you the same thing over and over again, and you all of a sudden you realize that there's an aha moment. Well, I've got so many aha moments in my life, but those aha moments brought me where I am at the moment. So it is actually it's been great. So it's I went through such transformation in my life, going through divorce, moving different country, and children went to their own way, and some friends just they moved out and found their own way. But again, and then I had COVID. And that was actually it was an experience for me. I didn't expect to have it, and then having all these experiences and knowledge and skills, I started checking on myself. How are you feeling? Because it actually works on your chest, and then works all the way down and all the way, not all the way top of your body. Actually, it works and all the way up. And 10 days, it never leaves you. You feel it. And then up to that point, actually, I haven't been to the doctor, for a long time. I haven't had antibiotics. And then I felt this one, and I felt sad a little bit why I didn't have it. But there's no, it can happen to anyone. And then during that period, before 2015, I wrote my first book, Live from Heart, in 1 month. I always wanted to do it in 1 month. And I did it, and it's uploaded to Amazon, and it's on sale. And it did sell for first 2 years very well, actually. And then during this COVID, which I had this year, I decided to write my second book, and which I did. And it's only a small book. So I wrote it in 5 days and I uploaded, and it is sitting there. But it's a good achievement for me. And it also helped me to keep my mind engaged with something else instead of worrying about COVID all the time.
Yes.
And well, after 10 days, I was cleared. That was all right. But then I had to deal with the symptoms I was left with. Like some chest pain and some other things, but it's not there at the moment. So touch wood that hopefully I should be all right. At the moment, I offer actually a service as a transformational coach, because I have been thinking what I should be doing. Offering Reiki is great, but I just wanted to do something more effective. I wanted to include the mind as well as healing. So obviously, a transformational coach doesn't actually help. Doesn't mean that people have to go through all the traumas they lived before, but actually encouraging them to how they can come out of this trap, if you know what I mean. and then give them a chance to help themselves. So, so I actually set up this business. Now that's what I am offering at the moment, and I am so happy with my choice. And I had to learn a lot of technology while I'm doing this, obviously.
Yes.
And but you know, I'm helping people who going through divorce, any trauma they may have, and they want to actually change their lives for the better. They're fed up of where they are at the moment, so they want to move on. People have been smoking, they want to give up smoking, but they couldn't. People want to lose weight, but they couldn't because there's something comes back all the time. So it's actually helping them to have a focused life, and focus on happier life rather than anything else. And in the meantime, I actually carry on providing Reiki treatments, even in distance. I recently actually healed somebody who lives in Spain, and I live in UK. And in 1 week, she actually gave me great feedback, and she said all the pain gone and everything gone, basically. But because the energy works very well, it as long as there's an intention and you know you work on it
Yes.
on a constant basis, and then the energy goes and actually helps people. So I'm very happy where I am, and I'm very happy to help people. My life purpose, basically, since I was a little, my grandmother said this is this girl is a very giving person, and so I like actually helping people. But what I learned throughout the years, the importance of self-care, and which I didn't know before, because I used to work so many jobs and so many long hours as if it was the main thing. Actually, it wasn't. It took years, and of course some part of me gone with it. But again, I'm not actually. I don't regret. I've learned without no pain, no gain. So without every single person.
It's a lesson.
Yes, that's right. Every single person who came into my life, they taught me a lesson. They stayed with me for good, or some of them left, and blessings to all of them. I have no complaints at all, but I'm so grateful. And those experiences and those people made me who I am now. So it is great, actually.
Oh no, absolutely. And this is such a fantastic story to hear. I mean, you've really gone through the entire gamut of different things that you could be doing, from training as a medium to training as a healer in Reiki, and then EFT as well. This is just an absolutely phenomenal story. And I love the fact that now you work as a transformational coach, because from what I'm seeing from all the coaches that I speak to regularly, myself included, with the pandemic that hit, there's such a huge demand for people who are wanting to expand their horizons and really better understand who they are as people. So I think the work that you're doing, Nur, is just phenomenal.
Thank
But
you.
in line with that, oh, my absolute pleasure. In line with that, if people want to work with you or get in touch, how should they do that?
Sometimes it's the word of mouth, but they could actually find me through my website, and there's an email address. I don't know whether it will be shown at the bottom of this screen. And there's a YouTube which is connected to my Facebook, and I've got a page on Facebook, and on my website and on my page they can see the feedbacks. What I do actually, that's how they can get in touch with me. And what I do offer half an hour free consultation session, and then depending on what they would like to do, they can either come onto my 12 weeks transformational program, and which is supported by Zoom and email, or they can take short courses like law of attraction, meditation, or what's the self-care, the other one.
Oh,
So
lovely.
yeah.
That sounds incredible. So yes, all of Nur's contact details will be listed in the comments or the description of this video, and that's whether you're watching this on LinkedIn or on YouTube or on Facebook. You will be able to see all of Nur's contact details there. And
Yes.
as I'm sure everybody is aware of by now, Nur is one of our speakers at the upcoming Wellness Lifestyle Conference, which is this Saturday, August the 14th. So her speech, her talk will be going live at midnight local South African time, which is the same as Central European time on Saturday. And you'll be able to get a look at Nur's full talk there. No, it has been an absolute pleasure to have you here today and to hear about your incredible story. I specifically love the fact that you literally set the intention when you were a little girl that you were going to be a teacher and working with children in Africa. And fast forward a few decades, and here you are doing exactly that. That is just phenomenal. If that doesn't prove the law of attraction, then I don't know what does. That's just incredible. But seriously, thank you so much for your time today. Really appreciate it. And we look forward to having you again soon.
Thank you so much, Stefan. Thank you
Thank
for the
you.
chance, and it has a pleasure is mine. Thank you.
Absolute pleasure. Thank you so much.
Bye bye now.
Bye bye.